Hey Andy, this is John, West Coast Connects. We reached out and spoke with the office the other day, promised this free video, so here it is. We're going to keep things really short and sweet. Just want to show you a couple of tips that you could do to really maximize your traffic online and maybe improve upon your website a little bit. So, with that, let me get started. Your website actually looks really well done and there's a lot of content here and it's really well put together. I wouldn't change a ton of stuff. The one thing I would say is that you have a contact us button that goes to your contact page. Having a form submit right here on the home page is usually pretty good. A lot of people don't go beyond this, so if you have a form submit, they're more likely to send it if it's here. You have a click to call. You have a couple of different phone numbers here, so you're doing really well there. The one thing I would say, and this goes along with your content, is to definitely add content throughout your site. Now, although you have quite a bit of content, some of it just doesn't work for what you're wanting to do. And what I mean by that is like if I go to Houston, which I'm assuming is primarily you guys are in Houston, it would be your bread and butter location. Some of these headings don't really work for, getting you ranked for specific keywords. And, looking at what you are ranking for 335 keywords, a lot of this stuff is that you're ranking for your name. And then, some of these things might not be so buyer intent. Huntsville, you're ranking pretty well in Huntsville, which is great. You might want to, really focus on Huntsville too to try to get a little bit more traction there. But like roofing Houston, Texas is probably the highest you are for any Houston keyword, and as you can see here, you're on the bottom of the third page. But you're moving up, but you're still at the bottom of the third page. And if I'm wanting to rank for something in Houston, so looking at the volume, there's 15,000 searches a month for roofing of some sort in Houston. Roofing Companies has 700 searches a month. Roof Repair, Houston Roofing Companies, Roofing Company Houston. You know, uh, you were ranking for Houston roof something down here. But if I wanted to rank for, say, Roofing Companies Houston, which has a lot of volume, I would have that within my text. I would have it within my content. I would save a photo as that image, and it really helps you get ranked for that keyword because you have it on your site, on your page, at verbatim multiple times, and that's kind of what you want multiple times, and you want it throughout your site a few times, and you want it verbatim. And then the more content you have, the more likely you are to be ranked. Google has an algorithm, and the two most important things for content is quality and quantity. So you want good content and you want a lot of it. It's one of the reasons why sites like Wikipedia and Yelp rank so high is because they just have a ton of content on their site. So it really helps, and then the more content you have, the more keywords you could be found for. And if this is your Houston page, look at all these keywords that you could potentially add in if you have enough content on that page. So you can really build this out, have a ton of content here, rank for quite a few, a few things, and really get going there. So content would be my first tip. My second tip would involve this Google Business Profile. Really get this going. There's a couple of ways in which to really build this up and strengthen this and improve. One is Google reviews. Get as many reviews as you can. If you can do one or two a week, after a month or after a year, you'll have about 50 to 100, and after 3 years, you'll have anywhere from 150 to 300, and just keep trying to build it out that way. There are services that'll do it, but I found that organically is always best. And if you can, you know, create if there you go CRM, right? You can email them after you're done with a job. You can also, what I've found is very effective is you get a QR code, put your review on it, you give it to your installers, they go to a job. When they're done, they see the client, they see if they can give them a review, and it literally takes a minute. And it's a lot harder for the customer to say no when the person's right there, or we found it's more effective. So reviews are a great way to build this up and give it validity. Making sure that all this information is um, like a uniform throughout. So, for instance, on Monday it says that you're open 8 to 5. If on your website or Yelp, if something's different, or your phone number is different, or anything's different, Google will ding you for it, because what they want to see is that anybody who goes to any platform that you have, they want to see that they get the same information. So, really important that that information stays uniform, and that everything that you have out there has the correct information. And then lastly, you want to save photos as keywords. So again, if I'm wanting to rank for roofing companies, uh, Houston, I would save a photo as that, and I would geotag it, say here, and Google will feel that you did that. Google will think that you did that roof there at that location. So great way to build up the strength. And how these work is they kind of balloon. And why it's important is because this has 700 searches a month, and a lot of times these pull up to 40% of the traffic, and I've seen them outdo the organic listings. So, 40 times, 7, whatever that is, 380 searches a month are going to these top three, basically, right? And if you're running an ad, which is a great way to get above the fold, and you're number one here and you're number one here, you're going to pull as much traffic as you possibly can. So, great way to, bring in traffic out in a different way. My last tip would just be to continue to strengthen up your site. So, how you do that is you get referring domains that send backlinks to your site. Referring domains are just any website that refers a link to you. And you have 57 of those links, of those 84, that are do follow. And do follow links basically transfers power from their site to your site. And that's really, excuse me, that's really what you want to do to grow and build and strengthen your site. And for this particular keyword, Bronze Roofing is doing what is the best roofing company there. And just to show you, their site isn't much stronger than yours. They do have 165 referring domains to your 84, and as you can see, they have 130 that are sending them power versus your 57. So they have a lot of sites, a lot of websites that are sending them power. That they're not giving them as much power, or per site, but overall they're a little bit stronger, and they don't have the 1-to-1 ratio. As you can see, you're much closer to a 1-to-1. But their site here, their UR strength is stronger, and they probably have those keywords in those specific places that are helping them, gain traffic. So, and traction. So I hope this has been helpful. I hope it's been informative. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions, comments. We'd love to get feedback on this video. And if you really need to reach out and contact us, and we have a link to our Google Calendar, myself or my partner Jackie, who's there in Tomball, will gladly reach you and talk to you at whatever point is available for you and good for you. So with that, have a great day, and God bless.